Hello. In this presentation, I am going to tell you about the goals for this course, and we will dig into understanding computers. So, I will give you the overall course goals. Then we will look at computers, operating systems, and storage on a computer. We are going to cover many things in this course. Some are going to be basic topics, others not so basic. And we are going to spend weeks on terminology, and we will spend many weeks on algorithms and how to write pseudocode. In the beginning, we want you to understand the basics of technology. This is why we are assigning the terminology list. And you will dig into that list, go out and do research, and use those terms in your homework assignments. We are preparing you and making sure you are not only ready to move on in this program, but we are preparing you to be successful in your future classes. This class will give you the background that you need to move on to those classes and be successful in your co-ops and ultimately obtain your degree and land that dream job. So we are going to make sure you have everything you need to pull this off. So let's jump into this topic. What is a computer? And you guys know what a computer is. I'm sure you do. You guys probably have laptops, you have desktops, tablets, phones, you have your smartwatches. Some of you guys may be familiar with mainframes or mid-range systems. Some of you may have Mac computers. Some of you may have Windows-based computers. We also see computers in our homes, in our cars, maybe in our vacuum cleaner. So our lives are surrounded by these wonderful things. And that means we need computer programmers or software developers to work on the software that actually makes these things do what they do, right? So without software, the items I talked about on the previous slide are just plastic and metal components, right? All these items need software to operate or to function, and you are going to learn about software in this program. As a software developer, there are basic things you need to know about computers. You need to know the types of computers that are out there. You probably know more about this than you realize. You also need to understand the types of operating systems for those computers, the different types of processors, the amount of random access memory or RAM, and you need to understand storage, permanent storage. Since things are getting better every day, as far as a computer goes, I would suggest for you guys to get an entry-level computer. For this course or this program, I would get a basic laptop with a minimum of 16 gig of RAM and at least a 500 gig hard drive. High-level processors are not necessary for our courses. I'd say the minimum in the stores, your base level PC will do for the course. And obviously this depends on what you want to do with it. If you are gaming with it and doing other things, you need to change or get more memory, more space. Okay? But if you have questions on that, you can reach out to us. We typically post the laptop requirements at the beginning of each semester. So you can reach out to your instructor, or it's probably posted on Blackboard. Some of you may have a Mac. Many instructors use Macs. However, this program is a Windows-based program. In other words, you are working on the Windows operating system. So the programs that you will build will run on Windows. And for those of you who have Macs, you want to install Windows on your Mac. And if you have questions, you can reach out to your program chair, or you can also reach out to the help desk. But remember, this program is a Windows-based program, so you need Microsoft Windows in order to do the coursework. Every computer has an operating system, or an OS. This is the software that runs your computer, your system software. The most popular one is Microsoft Windows. Mac uses OS X, and you also have Linux and others. But remember, for the most part, in this program, we are going to use Windows in the majority of your classes. So you need to make sure you have access to that. We also have virtual desktops available if you do not have access to a Windows machine, and we can give you the information to connect. That is located on Blackboard as well. So there are things you need to know as a software developer, and here are some that we will cover in this course. You will learn how to start all the programs that you need in order to develop software applications. Examples of this are Visual Studio, SQL Server, FTP tools such as FileZilla, Notepad, and Visio, and we have many more. So at the end of this semester, you will learn how to install some of these items that I just talked about, and you will put those on your Windows machine. You will also learn how to store and find your documents on the operating system that you're using. So with Windows, you need to know how to use the File Explorer. And you also need to know how to create folders in File Explorer. And as part of that, you will manage folders and you will store your documents on your machine. And I would create a folder for each class if I were you, but you can do it any way that you want to do it. Just make sure you keep some of this work, because I would save it for your portfolio in the future. The other thing you need to do, you need to learn how to manage your space on your system. And we want to get the most out of that space, or our storage. So I'll tell you more about that as we progress. And obviously, one of the most important things as a software developer is to understand how that storage works, or how that space works on the computer. And our job is to maximize that storage. Why? Because we want our systems to work efficiently, and we want the software to do what it's supposed to do efficiently. So I will tell you more about that. There's different kinds of storage. You have your permanent storage, and you also have temporary storage. But I'm going to take a moment and talk about permanent storage. This is a place where we want to save things, and this is where I would say you want to save your portfolio work, okay? As you guys progress through this program, you are going to build some advanced applications, and you probably want to save that to show your future employers. That may be something that you want to share with them in your interview, possibly. So we want to save that. And you can save that on your computer, your hard drive. You can also save that on flash drives. You can actually save that in the cloud, or an example of a cloud space for you is OneDrive. And you have external hard drives. I use all of these. I use my hard drive. I use a flash drive. I make a backup of the flash drive on my hard drive, and then I make a backup of my hard drive on an external hard drive, and I also store things in the cloud. So I like to save things in multiple places. And maybe you want to do the same thing, but pick a spot and go with it for this class. And if you have questions, just ask your instructor about that one. So the next one, as far as storage goes, you have the temporary storage, or this is the memory that's used by the software. And this is RAM, random access memory. As a software developer, you want to maximize the use of your random access memory, meaning you want to use it sparingly. And this will allow our programs to run as fast as possible. Okay? And you guys will see that toward the end of this course. We will pull up one program and you can actually run that and possibly change it if you like. It's not a requirement, but you will at least see some Visual Studio code. Another thing you want to remember, the more RAM you have, the faster your system will go. That's why I try to max that out whenever I order a new PC. I don't do that very often, but when I do, I try to get the maximum amount of RAM that I can get on that machine. Why? Because I want it to last for years. I do want to point out that we need to be efficient software developers, which means you need to use the random access memory efficiently. And we will show you that in this course as well. I want you to remember this video is just a review of what you need to know. Your instructor may give you supporting materials. We have supplemental supporting links in this course as well. So you want to go out and review all the links because this is tied to some of the test questions that you'll see in the future. I want you to get familiar with your computer and your operating systems. If you do not understand something or you're confused, ask. Please ask. Reach out to your instructor. You can also reach out to your program chair. This is your time to learn and get all the information you need for your software development foundation. This concludes my presentation. Thank you for watching.